Welcome to the final round of the Spain GP event, and we're hoping for a decent run out of this because we certainly need a max score. Little trade up for you, Leviathan coming in at a nice juicy +6 to start the round. And what do we have in store? We have 4 races: Bahrain, United Kingdom, Brazil and Spain to kick this video off. Let me know in the comments how you're getting on this weekend as we look to hopefully continue the form of Sunday. 4 lots of 47 points. We obviously drop points in opening and qualifying to my disbelief, but we are at the minute on course for a potential top 10. So here we go then. Bahrain up first. The first race up there, not a bad matchup to start the weekend off for this video. And let's see where we do in fact qualify. So we should be in the top 3 at a guess, if anything by previous races to go by. And we are P2 with Alonso, P3 for Carlos Sainz. So obviously this is a cornering and grip track, so I want to kind of use tuning, but I'm not. I'm going to use Ode. And I'm going to use downforce for the medium strategy. And it is a very good medium strategy. So if you haven't tried it, definitely give it a go. And here come the lights. And we're about to get underway. Fernando Alonso, can he go up the inside of Carlos Sainz? He can. And Carlos Sainz also follows. So we are in to an early, comfortable 1-2 lead here in Bahrain. And hopefully this is the sign of things to come. We definitely want a nice easy round for a top 10 on the birthday weekend. But you never know what is in store for us at any track, at any matchup, in any race. So we're going to do a 3-2-3 with Fernando Alonso on the soft tyres. And probably going to mediums at the end. And then Carlos Sainz will be doing a 4-4 on the mediums, which is a great strategy round here. The downforce gives me the cornering, it gives me the grip, and it gives me some tyre management to help me do that strategy. And the Ode for this one gives me a really fast hit to pit on, a good grip, so a decent level grip compared to normal, and it also gives me the cornering as well. So a very good boost that you can use here in Bahrain. So we start lap 3, and at the moment it's going quite easy. I'm pretty content where we are at, and Fernando Alonso will be coming into the pits this time, and we're going to start to boost Carlos Sainz as well. Try and get Carlos Sainz in a nice solid free air run on his in-lap, which will be next time around. And at the moment, it's pretty easy to say the least, as Fernando Alonso in the pits will now come out. And he is out into P2 just, so it's probably crucial that we got past Carlos Sainz there. But we have done it, that's the main thing. And we are fighting another day. And where's Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz coming into the pits then, shortly. Another medium set going on. And Bahrain, a lot of you may not have realised, it's in my track guides, it is a corner grip track. It's got a lot of straights. Doesn't mean it's a speed track. It is definitely a corner track. So you do need to keep an eye on these type of tracks. They can catch you out with the wrong boost. So we're just cruising now. Fernando Alonso in P1 will be coming in. We'll go to mediums because we've got plenty of fuel left. So we haven't got to worry about conserving for ages, but we should be able to just chill out on the end of this race anyway. And out he comes on the mediums. 2.5 seconds. Carlos Sainz. You can see how close Carlos Sainz is, even though he's on the medium strategy. So he's in prime position at the moment. As we've just got to basically chill out for the rest of, and I mean you couldn't write them words, could you? as a WF1 says he's about to chill out for the rest of the race, out comes a safety car after a crash at turn 1. You couldn't write it. So we've got a decent gap, so I'm going to bring both drivers in, I believe, for some soft tyres. Don't need to, and we've only got the AI behind, but I am taking absolutely no risk when it comes to these pit stops and these races. We have to make sure we can come out, and we do. We're nice and easy into the lead with Carlos Sainz, or into second, I should say. And now we've just got to wait for that safety car to unleash itself for a last lap sprint where anything can happen. Anything off that last corner, a bad start, could ruin our chances here. So probably being on the best tyre is going to help a fair bit. But luckily, the rival is nowhere near. And we've only got the AI of Sainz, Verstappen and Leclerc behind to worry about. So imagine a one-lap wonder. Here we go. This is it. About to start the last lap of the first race of final round. And it started with a safety car. Here we go. Alonso and Sainz need a good start off the restart. Both onto the boost. Looks like we're just holding off the Ferrari of Sainz. And we're comfortably away then. It's almost like the pit launch, look, miles away as we start. But half a lap to go to secure 47 points. Make sure you're in the Discord server for myself as well. The link is in the description below. Make sure you join our Discord server where we talk all things F1 Clash and F1 sport in general. Alonso wins this race. Carlos Sainz in second place as well. And that, to start final round video, completes with 47 points to start the round. Time for race 2, and it looks decent player with some decent medals here, but I think it is a bot. I don't expect to see them type of medals with anyone up in the flag range of that flag range. So let's see what is about to unfold, and we've got a very good start. P2, P3 in the wet, and it's a dry race. So we are going to split the strategy like we always do. And it's dead fast, doing a 3-2-2 with Fernando Alonso. And we're going to go for an eagle and do a 4-3 with basically Fernando Alonso on the medium tyres. So we should be able to fly into the lead of this race already. And it is a bot for the look of it, from the tyre choice and no boosts. And we are off, Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz, to bring home the bacon this time round. And we are into P1 and P2 already in this race. Hopefully, I'm not a big fan of these 10% boosts on the good drivers, if I'm honest. It makes it a little bit too easy when you get a favourable matchup. It's not like my Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton starting P3 and P5. I mean, when you start in P2, P3, P1, P3... anything like that, it makes it so much more difficult. But, well, for the later pit start. But when you start P1, P3, it makes it pretty easy to get off the line with the rocket boost. And then you are away pretty much. But that's what we're living at the moment. So we'll have to see. So let's have a look then. Carlos Sainz got one more lap to do on these soft tyres. And hopefully we can get away a nice trouble-free race. Carlos Sainz starts lap 3. Now, Alonso, we needed 50% over the line to do 4 laps. And we are on 54%. So we're well in on the tyre management. And we've got another safety car. Kevin Magnussen has crashed in Sector 3. So we are starting this GP race with 2 safety cars out of 2 races. And it's a bit of a predicament here because 3 laps in, we don't really want to pit again. And we're going to go round on lap 4, and then we're going to have 5, 6, 7 to go. So we're going to double stack, and I think we can get our pit stops out the way here. And the safety car does release because we're in the pits. We're going to take a bit of pain with a double stack. But Carlos Sainz is out. Can Fernando Alonso get P2? He can. So we are out, back out in P1 and P2. Now it is a case of chilling out through the rest of this safety car period. And let's catch up when we get to the restart. So time travel exists because we are about to start the restart, and off we go. So we've got hard and medium tyres on, and that Ferrari's in the pits, and it is very slow once you pit after a safety car. A little bug where it almost just absolutely freezes you. And we're going to boost these 2 drivers off into the distance a little bit. Alonso gets into the lead on the medium tyre. Sainz on the hards. So we should be good to go in these final upcoming 2 laps. And we should have the tyre management as well to be able to do this. But Alonso, making his mark on this race, wants the race win. Carlos Sainz complaining about the tyre choice, but he didn't have the tyre boost compared to Alonso. He only had part 1 of them levels. But Fernando Alonso coming round, man on a mission. And we should be well in with the tyres, but we can conserve anyway if we need. We've pulled right clear of the AI and any rival in question. And look at that, we are well clear. So, last lap, and another safety car race, and another, what looks to be, unless something drastic happens right now, it should be another 47 points to come home with. And that's all we can ask for when it comes to racing GP. Carlos Sainz and Alonso to do the dirty work for us. And we are going to complete this absolutely perfect. Alonso wins here in Silverstone. Carlos Sainz takes home P2. And we are 6 races in, 47 points apiece. Race 3, fastest lap race as well, and it comes from Brazil and Sao Paulo. And we've got a difficult matchup here, because if it is Craig, who is AMG of GWK, then we might have just potentially ruined both of our GPs this weekend, especially for me, the final round. I don't know how Craig was getting on when it come to this race. But I can confirm he was max scoring the whole weekend until this matchup. But let's see what does happen. It's going to be tough, and we're going to go soft. Both drivers. We're going voice and firework. Firework was there to set the fastest lap, but it is not going to be the case today. We've got bigger fish to fry. And we are in P2, P3 off the start. And this is going to be a very interesting race. Who can come away with the most points? Who is going to have a ruined weekend? I'm pretty sure me and Craig would both take 47 points for each other right now. Craig's a very nice guy. But this is going to go right down to the wire. He's pushing us close. He's gone Taurus, which is an interesting move here in Brazil. Not seen people use Taurus before, but we are in lap 2, and we've gone for firework for the fastest lap because obviously we didn't know we were going to get real Craig, and we're going to go voice because that's another great speed boost around here as well. But it is basically settling down, and he's really gone out front with Alonso. So Alonso's really leaped off the front as we do get overtaken by Carlos Sainz in P3. But I'm not going to push just yet. I am going to try and do my own strategy. And we're not going to pit either. We've got sort of 4 laps I can do on the mediums still, but I am going to have to cut down a fair bit. But Alonso, we are going to bring in, and we're going to bring softs because it's firework. And Carlos Sainz carries on rounds. So Alonso will start boosting. We obviously wanted to do the firework, and he's missed a pit. So Fernando Alonso for Craig. Oh, Craig, what have you done? Craig has missed a pit with the soft tyres of Fernando Alonso. And Carlos Sainz, P2. Oh, I wish Alonso was on a 4-4 strategy, because it's still going to be open, this is, and he's going to double stack. Because I've still got to bring Alonso into the pits, and I'm using a lot of fuel. So we are out P3. Carlos Sainz on the medium. So Carlos Sainz can go to the end now. Fernando Alonso getting held up in traffic. And we've got 3 laps to go. Alonso really losing time here. We could have done with a clean sweep all the way through, because we're going to lose time. Gap's only 5.8, so we're definitely going to lose the lead. And we're already on 3 laps of fuel with 2.5 to go. So we're not going to be able to push all the way to the end like we would need to. But it is what it is. So Alonso comes round into the... and we get held up by Ocon as well. We could have done without Ocon there, because we needed a speedy pit stop. But Fernando comes out, P3 at the moment. There's the 2 drivers going ahead. And now we start to boost. We've not got a lot of boosting left, though. Not at all. Carlos Sainz trying his hand against Alonso. And now 3 cars in the same corner of the track. Can we finally get past Fernando? We are on the mediums with Voice. Not yet. We've got P4 coming for us as well. This is going to get hectic. We're getting held up. Craig, you're holding me up, man. This is unreal gameplay here in Brazil. We're throwing the kitchen sink. He's put the kitchen sink in front of us. We can't get past. And this is going to go down to the wire on lap 8. Oh, we've got done by a back marker of George Russell. Wow. Oh, in the distance, we've got P1. So it's not the end of it. We have got P1 and P4. What a race, Craig. Sorry about the missed pit stop, though. You don't deserve that. But what a race here in Brazil. And sadly, we've ruined both our GPs for final round. After the drama of 2 of us having our final round ruined, here we come with a pretty much a maxed account matchup this weekend. And I'm hoping it's not real, because there's no way we'll overcome this. So let's see where we qualify. And we're already on the back foot, P4 and P5. So we're going to have to try and pull this out of the bag. And we're going to go tune in for our driver 1. Get the quick pit stop through. And we're going to go probably Taurus, I'm thinking, because I want the tyres for the softs. When you find it, there it is. And coming off such a dramatic race then, I'm hoping this is a lot more chilled out. So here we go then, hards and mediums. It's going to be hard to get past them straight away. They'll probably form a little bit of a block. And Alonso can't get past at the moment. The inside opens up, and we are being killed by the first corners. We need to get past Carlos Sainz. We do get past the hard tyres, or we don't. Oh, this is not going well already. That hard tyre against 2 soft boosted cars. And now we are up inside the top 3. Alonso has made the move. And we are now into P3. Carlos Sainz, though, P5. So it's going to be so tough to overcome this. If I'm honest, I can't see me overcoming it. Carlos Sainz is on a good strategy in P2. And I could have done with being ahead of him a lot earlier. And the rival pushing as well, our rival. But we've got to just do it as much as we can. So Alonso in P3. We're nowhere near the P1 or anything yet. So we've got so much to do. And I think from what was a perfect round to losing points in the last race, we're going to potentially lose some more points this time around. But we've got one more lap until we can start accelerating fully towards the end of this final round in Spain. Can we pull it out the bag? We're so far behind P1 though. I really can't see it. So, Alonso will be in the pit this lap, and so will Carlos Sainz. Both mediums, but Sainz will be soft, because he's on downforce. He's got more tyre under him. We're going to bring Alonso closer to the Ferrari. And we could potentially get P1 here. Don't think we're going to get a slow pit stop as well. And Sainz looks like he's out of tyres. That's what's caused us to be so slow. As Sainz does come in. But we are out. And we've jumped Sainz in the pit. And now it's push time. Because we are on a terrible back foot here. We're out in P8. There's surely no way we overcome this. No way. Can we go around the outside of Leclerc? Of course we can't, but we do get the inside, so we're up to P7. Making moves in Spain. Rivals in, and we are up to P2. Can we get the rival down the straight? It's going to be close. Up the inside, we can. We're up to P1. So we could potentially rescue a P1 out of this race. But we are so far behind. Look at that. We're almost a sector behind. How we overcome, I will never know. But Carlos Sainz is trying his hardest. And we are, hopefully, we could if we can get P3. P3's coming in the pits. Carlos Sainz is going ridiculously slow here as well. The rival must have paid Carlos Sainz or something with some chorizo or something, I don't know. But Sainz is up to P3. Lap and a half to go. Can we catch... I don't think... Look how far P2 away is. There is surely no way. Do we admit defeat in the final race and lose a point to a bot? Oh, yes, I think we are. Because that rival is going to be boosting as well. But last lap, here we come. Alonso looks like he's got a nice victory under his belt. Carlos Sainz, however, couldn't quite make up and bridge that gap. It is a bridge that was building, but has crumbled into the river in the very last bricks. Ah, what a frustration. Frustrating end. Bad race for Craig. We both cost ourselves a massive chance at a top 10 or even Craig P1 this weekend. And then sadly, we get destroyed by a bot in the very last race. But that's what happens when you're not a max account. We have to get Leviathan and True Grit up as quick as we can so we can put a fight, an easier fight, to these bots going forward. 1819 team score against 1761. It was just not meant to be this time around. Let's see where that does put us. I mean, we're P11 at the minute. We're not going to hold on to P11. I wouldn't be surprised with 3 points dropped that we move down to maybe top 20. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the race with Craig. It was a bit hectic. We did ruin each other's GPs in the end. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. And I will always catch you in the next one.